Yo, guys, what's up?
Almost here, we're going to talk about this. It's a whole new feature. I hope you guys enjoy it. There will be a few questions, and we'll go through every one of them with you guys. I'm so excited to show you. There's more. The show today is packed. There's no room or time for too much yapping. Just kidding.
Let's
There's
go.
always time
No
for yapping.
no yapping.
Okay, let's start with our first session of yapping. The whole team was working hard to make sure that we found a good solution to that misconfiguration in one of the quests in Dream Chasers that happened over the last weekend. And I really hope that you guys, first of all, got some good gifts. Either you be one of the share players that got the 200 vouchers, or the players that got, the rank up points, the 217s. So let's start with a question. What did you guys get in the gift?
My pool was
I was blessed with a lot of luck. I got Ramirez on the first one, and then I got Kaká for the second one. He fit in perfectly for my full Brazilian team. How about you, Fish? What did you get?
Well, the last live stream, we were talking about how I really wanted to get Jamie Carragher. And I got him on the first week of the last event, and then I got him again with the gifts on the very first gift after 1,000 rank up points. So fantastic. But then I got Johan Cruyff in one of my picks for the 5 picks, and I really needed a attacking midfielder who can double up as a striker. So it was a perfect pick.
That's great to hear. Yeah. As we all know, it's not it would never be perfect, but I hope everybody, come out of this with, like at least decent, right? It's really hard not to be decent if you're going with either 200 FC vouchers or the gift set afterwards. So, okay, that was it, and I think that puts us in excitement for Team of the Season, which is the main bulk of the show today. Can't wait to show you. And actually, today marks a special occasion because we are revealing the Premier League Team of the Season together with the console PC counterparts. So without any ado, let's bring up the banner and get us all in Team of the Season mode.
Yes, let's go.
Here you go.
Wow, that is a stacked team.
Yep, you voted. Everything is decided by fans, and I present to you guys the Premier League Team of the Season. Got Donnarumma, Cureya, Gabriel, Saliba, and Timber. Defense stacked with Arsenal players. And we got Bruno Fernandes at 120 OVR. We'll talk more about 120 OVR. But here you go. What do you guys think of the Premier League Team of the Season? Yeah, I'm seeing the reactions. 120 OVR.
Oh, 120?
Okay. Exactly. That's the reaction we were expecting. I'm going to talk all about the 120 OVR because there are differences, okay? If you're new and if this is your first OVR increment here, you might be used to 2 plus 2 OVRs. So this time we're jumping from 117 to 120. That's new. We'll talk about that too. As I said, today's show is packed with news.
But we'll get into that one a little bit later. Still,
yes.
Who from this team are you most excited about, Tak? Who stands out here as a player of your choice right now?
My choice, well, my rule is I only play with Brazilians on my team, so Gabriel for sure. But I'm gonna say, I think the Ryan Cherki could be a really, really cool budget starting 11 from Team of the Season. I haven't looked at the stats yet, but of course, all the eyes are going to Bruno Fernandes, right? So we'll talk about it. Don't worry. I got the event here and the dev build ready to show you guys. So see if we can pull up on the screen, and can't wait to showcase Team of the Season. All right, everyone, welcome to Team of the Season. We're kicking off with the Premier League. And this is your starting screen. This is your main screen. Actually, this time, you guys are going to spend a lot of time in the main screen because of this mechanic here called the triple formula. This is different. First time I'm seeing this. I'm pretty sure this is the first time we have something of the sort in FC Mobile. So I'll take my time to explain how it works. Okay, so triple formula is your main avenue to claim Team of the Season players during the whole event, okay? So how it works, you need to collect and spend tags that will filter out the potential Team of the Season players that you can get. So for an example here, you can see we have a league tag slot, we have an OVR one, and a custom one that we'll talk in a while. But all you need to do is play the event, collect tags. As you can see, I already have here a few Prema tags, and I have a few OVR tags.
This is quite different.
So as you can see, after I applied the Premier League and the OVR tags, my rewards here, when I come to claim, will be Premier League and 100 and plus OVR. Everybody who was guessing that best was in that teaser that we just put out in social media was right. That was an easy one, right? But glad to see him at 119 OVR. So as you can see, every time you collect the tags,
the step over boost,
and you put it there, your potential players from Team of the Season will be limited. You can see here there's a custom third tag option where you will also be able to filter it even more between attackers, midfielders, defenders, or even moments players that we can talk more about later. You can only unlock the custom tag after claiming your first 5 players here. And actually, I'm just going to claim one here just to show you guys how it works. So I put in my Prem and 114 plus tag. Tap to claim.
that is a big W to
And here you go. I got 114 OVR. Shaka. Solid. Actually amazing player. Really a fan of Shaka. There we go.
I think a crucial thing to point out as well is there's no extra cost as well. It's just the tags that you put in for the league and then for the OVR, and then a custom tag as an optional input. You don't need any other sort of in-game currency in order to unlock this. You can just claim it after those tags are put in.
Absolutely, yeah. Well put, and there's no limit, right? So as long as you have at least a league and an OVR tag, you got this, okay? So if we scroll here to the right, you can see there are some milestones, so you can get a few more tags, a few more rewards, vouchers, etc. By claiming. So claim 2 for an example that I already did, and claim vouchers, and that goes all the way to the end here after 40, and after Ultimate Team of the Season launches in a few weeks, you get the milestone reward of a guaranteed 117 Ultimate Team of the Season player. Right? This is the main chapter, and I guess the question is now, okay, how do I get these tags? Is it only here? No. Actually, really exciting. There are 2 main ways to get your tags. The first one, of course, is playing through the event, and you'll be able to see in the Premier League chapter or in each league's chapter that you can engage with it, play other matches, few games, and then here you also get your tags. How does Premier League Team of the Season chapter works? Highlights based on players will be unlocked daily, and here for an example, you'll be able to you can actually play this match as many times as you can and get the rewards here. And there's a cool Premier League tag here for an example. And then you get the tokens, and you can spend the tokens here. The only note here is that the rewards, although you can play the match and get the tokens as many times as you want, the rewards are limited. So there's a 3 limit here for the training transfers, the limit for rank up points, the limit for vouchers, and then some limits for the tags, right? Actually, the limits are pretty good here. And you get this for every single one of the highlight players. So we have Rogers, Wilson, Thiago, which Thiago and João Pedro, they had a brilliant season. Was not expecting this from Igor Thiago. Really cool to see him.
Yeah,
not all of them will be available right at the beginning of Team of the Season. I'm a few days forward, right? So don't expect all of the players to be available, but they are unlocked throughout the week of Premier League, okay? The rewards here at the exchange store are, as far as I've known, as I've seen, the same across all players. So what I'm calculating here is that every highlighted players will give you 114 plus 512 plus, right? So that's a lot of players. And this will all make sense after we present all of the information for today, because a lot changes. Okay, a lot changes. Okay, we can go back to Team of the Season chapter later. We can take a look at the players themselves later. Let's go through Team of the Season Star Pass. Also a little bit different, but just a little bit. All right, the highlighted player is Eric Cantona. He was also in the teaser that we put in social media earlier today. The difference is that he's actually at 118 OVR.
Yeah.
So instant upgrade for everyone running captive teams at 117 OVRs. He's already at orange rank.
But where's the
5
shards? Where's the shards?
These are skill moves. Really cool.
That's me too. We are looking forward to that shard.
I love this guy.
Yeah, this
It's been a while since I've seen, a really, really good Star Pass player. So excited. Didn't see too many changes here in the Star Pass itself. And okay, I'll pause it here. If you guys paying attention, there are a few changes here. We'll talk more about that later. Let me just make sure that we go through all of the Team of the Season content before.
Yeah, 2 days in the box.
All right.
I think there was one part that we kind of skipped over, which was the second way to also get those tags for Team of the Season, which I believe we've got to go to Division Rivals to get.
Absolutely. Fish, glad that you're here to remind me, because this is really cool. There's another way to get your tags. It's playing Division Rivals. So if you take a look at the bottom right corner, you can claim up to 3 tags per day here, playing daily your Division Rivals matches. So I think this is cool. I think this will heat up Division Rivals quite a bit. We have a new season starting, and then I really hope this encourages more people to just jump into Division Rivals and grind it up. Because it's a great way to get players, right? Because you need those OVR tags to claim the players. So it's not guaranteed that you get OVR tags, as far as I know, but it's one of the best ways to get it. This is 9 per day if you play manager mode, head-to-head, PSA.
Yeah, who knows, maybe you even get matched up with me and then you get a free win, because that seems to be what has been happening in my Division Rivals lately. Not a great time for me.
Oh, Fish. No, it's all right. I'm the one who loses the most here between all of the hosts. I'm good at yapping. I am just decent at FC mode. Not too many changes here in the rewards. As you can see, there's a kit here at 30 stars, but overall, what I noticed, it's pretty much the same as from last week, but the season ending means that we got the end of season rewards. So hopefully just gives people a bunch of rewards and gems, not to mention the start of the season rewards. Awesome. Let's take a look at quests. There are a few new quests. And here you go. There's a quest called Star Signing. purchase one player in the star signs. We'll talk about that.
But what's star signings? Yeah, that's the main problem.
Yeah,
What's
more
star signings?
Division Rivals quests here. Pretty cool. We also have different challenge modes.
Okay, new challenge
Here.
mode. Okay,
We have actually 3 types. I think one of them is not available here to take a look. But there's the Ultimate Challenge,
That 5K.
5,000 gems. The regular daily challenge.
Actually, the 5K gem is still a W. You can actually perform.
This is stack up, especially because of the gems. And there's also a weekend PvP cup that apparently is not available to me because I'm not in the weekend. But every weekend there will be a bout where you can play PvP and play for rewards. Really excited for that. Alright, Star Pass, quests, challenge mode. Let's take a look at the draft, okay?
What about the shards? Shards, that's what we mean right now.
We start with the Premier League draft. And let's pause here because there's a lot of information and we can talk a little bit more about the 120 OVRs, okay? The 120 OVRs are a new category of player. The way I see this is the 120 OVRs from Team of the Season are not equal to the 117 OVRs because it's not going to be a simple jump from 117 to 120, right? I see the 119 OVRs much more close to the 117s that we have today. But before we get that, yeah, people are already calling out in the chat. We're changing a bunch of things, and one of the changes here is, if you take a look at the bottom right, your Pool A guaranteed pool comes now after every 70 drafts instead of 100. I'll pause here and ask you guys what you think about this decrease. This is a way for you guys to you get more out of the drafts here. Hopefully, like in average, just gives out more players there, especially after this 120 OVR change. But in general, pretty cool.
Get 240 gems. That's enough to get.
And that's just the guaranteed one as well for Pool A. You could get a player from Pool A at any time, but it is guaranteed in those 70 drafts now instead of 100 from before.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, as you can see, the 100 and the Bruno Fernandes here, a little bit bigger. The goal here with the 120 OVRs is to add this new category of players that sits on the top. That way, when we're thinking about OVR progression and releasing new players, we have a little bit more margin to work with instead of working with this +2 OVR increments all the time. So the way we're doing this is 120 OVRs for Tots. The top OVR will be rarer. So in the past, we release 3-4 top OVR players at 117. Now we're going to release 1-2 at most, and only one 120 OVR will be available in the drafts, and they will be very rare here in the draft. They're most accessible in star signings, which we'll show in a little while. But since the 120 OVRs will be more rare, it will be more difficult to get, especially here on drafts. It gives us more margin here to work with this OVR progression, while still keeping 118s, 119s enticing and good upgrades for the team. Speaking of 120 OVRs, let's quickly show here the box, because Yaya Touré is the second 120 OVR player being released. This will not be available right at the start of Team of the Season, but let's just take a look at him here.
I love FC Money.
Really nice stats. As you can notice, this top line of OVRs will be really pushing the ceiling there for the most meta players.
Yeah, store pack also. Let's see who's coming in the store.
Okay, everyone. Let me just take a look at my notes here. Talked about drafts, 120 OVRs. We can go through the questions in a little while. Let's talk. I think it's time. Let's talk about shards because fish
Shorts.
shards are back. I was waiting to say
Finally.
this for so long.
Shards.
Shards are back, everyone. Shards are back. As you can see here in the main screen, if you tap on signings, you will access this new
Interface.
feature called Star Signings. This is where you can collect and spend shards to claim players that you like. I'm going to show everything about it.
40,000 shards. That's
As you
a
can
lot.
see, you can search for players. Looks very similarly to the market in terms of finding the players. All of the players starting from Team of the Season will be available, but also the players from before the season, right? As you can see, you get the shards pricing here. It's based both on OVR, but also its effectiveness,
But
attribute, skills. So
problem
there's
now is
variance
that how are we
between
going to do
OVRs.
that much?
You have access to most of the players being released, 582 starting at Tots. And then here, if you tap on My Players, you can check that you can release your players
You can release players.
for Star Shards.
I think a
This will
crucial note for the players that you can
Won't take
release
that
are
long
going to
to
be
fix.
only the players that you acquire from
So
Team of the Season
James is
and
much
onward.
important
So
right now.
you would have to change your existing Phase 2 tokens into Star Shards if you want to use those, but we can talk about that a little bit more later.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, let's just show them. The players from before Team of the Season will still be available to be exchanged for Phase 2 tokens here with this exchange. They will follow the same ratios, but let's jump here to the store real quick. Go to exchanges. Oops,
117.
not it.
Is
If you go to
coming.
recommended and then resource, you can find here the Star Shard exchange, so you can change it, exchange Phase 2 tokens for Star Shards at a 1:15 ratio. So I saw a lot of questions in the community about, hey, should I exchange my players for Phase 2 tokens now? Should I wait it? Yes, the question was wait for the live stream. The answer was yes, wait for us here, but there's no way to go wrong. You can wait for the event to be released, or you can exchange your players right now. As long as you have your Phase 2 tokens, you can exchange them for the Star Shards 1:15. You guys can make the calculations later, but as I can tell, it really ramps up the value of the lower OVR players, especially here in this this threshold here. Little open really quickly. No, all of the players that are worth 5 tokens, sorry, are actually worth more in the Star Shard system. So you guys do the calculations later. We can't redo the math here. But from initial thoughts and calculations that I did myself, it was looking good on that. All right, let's
So
go
you
back
can
to
get
Star
your-
Signings.
I was going to say you can get your shards from releasing your players. Another way is through those daily quests that we can go through. But show us, Zach. Take us through the Star Shards still.
This is actually a great shout. You're right. Star Shards will be available by releasing players. Star Shards will also be available throughout events and other activities in the game. I think I saw some in the box from Tuhei as well. And I was really excited to see this year. Shards are back, also in daily tasks.
GW.
So you can log in and play every day. Claim 100 shards here from the daily tasks. Really, really cool to see this back.
Like 10,000.
Hopefully it increases the general enticement around the daily tasks. I for myself have not been completing them as much lately, so good to see. So don't miss out on this, okay?
Yeah, we can't miss out. Since it's back, we can't miss out.
I wanted to do a little demonstration of how it works. So for example, I got here a bunch of Team of the Season players, few moment players, few nominees. So let's release them. How much we can get here for all these players that I have that are left over and not being featured in my team right now. I will not shard Bruno Guimarães or João Pedro. I refuse. All right. There we go.
Okay.
7,500 star shards. Let's see who we can claim. I think the best player that we can claim is Berbatov, who was the third and final player teased on the teaser today.
Like I said, 170
all you have to do is come here, tap on sign, confirm,
and
there we go. Cards are back.
Let's check the workout. Team of the season workout is damn. Big W from EA, big one. Big one. Let's go.
Just like that, you get your first walkout of the day.
Let's get it started.
That's the beauty of shards. No luck involved.
Yes, that's the beauty of shards.
Pick, and it's ours.
Shards
are back, everyone.
Best.
Yeah, so as a quick summary, there's lots of different ways to get your shards. The first is releasing players that you acquire from the Team of the Season event and future events. The other is to go through your daily tasks. There is a 100 shard reward at the end of completing all of your daily tasks each day. You can also convert your existing Phase 2 tokens into shards, and if you haven't converted your old players into Phase 2 tokens, you can still convert them into Phase 2 tokens first, and then convert them into shards. And last but not least, they will be throughout various quests and events throughout the entire event.
Very much. And as you can see, pulling up the exchanges here. Okay, let me try my best not to tap into the exchange requirements, but there will be a Jokeres. And occasionally I stumbled upon him, and he's looking really good. Striker, 5'5", and 4 stars. New moves, really fast, powerful, shooting. He doesn't have, like the poacher skill point here, but looking good. You guys will have to wait and see the exchange requirements to really validate if it's good, but stats-wise, I thought he was really good. I also assembled the team of the season from the Premier League here. We can take a look at a few of the players.
That's my
and
we
actually have more to talk about later.
They should have
It's a back show, everyone.
Just 3 Man City players.
All right, let's see if I can pull up Bruno Fernandes here.
Man City players.
This is the first regular 120 OVR.
Bruno Fernandes.
After you guys take a look at the draft odds to pull him, you see that he's really rare, even when you get your guaranteed pull A player. So he's much more accessible in star signings at 40,000 star shard.
Yeah,
bro, big W.
it would be any of the 120 players in Team of the Season that would be in star signings. That would be something that you would look to try and save up for because of how rare the 120 players are in this OVR increase.
This is passing. Really cool.
Now you have to grind a lot to get rewards.
Alright,
let's
take a quick look. We have a lot more to talk about today. And we also have a little gift for everyone. Look at the base of this. Erling Haaland. It's my first time looking at the stats, so this is really team of the season.
But it's good for cross spammers, but it's still.
Or a header, really cool. Striker only.
Maybe I can get him. I'm just using my super shot.
Amazing.
My favorite trait, so you can go straight into my lineup.
Yeah.
As long as it has that power header, you can go straight into my lineup.
Absolutely. The city trio, attacking trio here. Season. Everyone, who do you think will take the Prem? I'm lost. I really don't know. Look at the space. Really cool.
Semenyo pace is
5-star weak
insane.
foot.
5-star weak foot.
Semenyo took
Long throw.
run by storm. Strong fast shoots well. Great weak foot.
Checky.
He's got the long throw ability as well.
Dembele, checky. Dembele, check. Dembele.
Also 5-star weak foot.
Oh yes. This Checky guy will be a monster in the game. Like
Very versatile. Plays scam. Plays on the right side of the
Cam and right wing and left wing.
I know third two.
This Checky
Midfield.
guy will be insane.
There's a theme here, right? City dominating the front. Arsenal dominating defense.
Mostly Arsenal players and massive
Look at
players.
one of the
against
main
you.
guys from Arsenal. Declan Rice. Great base. Great defending. These guys are great. Wish they were Brazilian.
You're not going to sacrifice the old Brazilian lineup at all? Has to
Nope.
be the old Brazilian lineup?
I've never done this in my entire FC
Shubuslai.
trajectory.
This guy I have his 117,
Not.
but I don't use him. He's bad.
I once had to shard Ruud Gullit last I think it was last team of the year or team of the season.
Last team of the season,
It's
you
not
guys
Brazilian,
gave an
unfortunate.
Gullit. I mean, out now. You guys
Okay,
gave
now
an
that's
2,000
painful.
shots.
That's painful to hear.
insane. Mark
Look at
Cucurella.
Cucurella.
This Cucurella will be relevant.
And it's been an entire event since our last live stream, and I still need a left back. So that's exactly what I'm trying to get this event.
Team of the season is always a great time to prove your team. Hope you guys are stacked. We
Players
can
are actually insane.
rank up points because upgrades are incoming. Especially with the OVR increase. Very quickly here. Virgil van Dijk, sadly, featuring the starting 11 after, I don't know, I lost count of how many years in a row he got this, but you're here. You're here, and since we're here, let's take a look at George Best.
George Best. Step over God.
Awesome pace,
Best
awesome dribbling.
like maybe 205 pace max.
questionable stamina, but I think the base and the dribbling and shooting
That pace.
makes up for it.
That pace.
Look what 119 OVR. Plays right mid as well. George Best is back.
Yeah, that's-
So everybody hyping George Best.
Maybe
Really, I think the base there
in the next 5 hours to
makes it up for everything. Let's take a look at the
stream,
Berbatov that we just got.
to midnight to FC
Hero from
to
Bulgaria.
TTS release. So that would be like
Striker only.
maybe 1 hour to TTS.
That's good base, good shooting.
You also Victor also. Dembele Sheki, Dembele Shek, Dembele.
And oh, we already took a look at Yaya Touré. And we already took a look at Cantona. If you guys are curious, you can always test out the players in scouting camp. As you can see, it will be available with the full team of the season lineup, and players including Touré will be available here to test out at red rank with 25 training levels.
Yeah, I don't think they actually read Twitch chat.
Okay. Been alright. I've been yapping a lot. Let me just put down here, take a look at chat, and just double check if we talked about everything that we had to talk about today. Yes, I just noticed there was one thing that I skipped that's really, really important. It's a change that we're applying to the tradable and untradeable icons in game. On the first poll that we got, right when we were showcasing the triple formula in Team of the Season, I saw somebody in the comments already pointing out, was it tradable? No. The fact is, we're actually changing how players are displayed in terms of their market status, right?
Alright.
Starting from Team of the Season, as you can see, we'll have an icon for tradable players instead of having an icon for untradeable players. So every player that you can sell in the market will come with this icon, which makes more sense because lately most players are untradeable. So it's better just to identify players that we can
That is
the market and put up for sale.
Yeah, I saw a few people in the chat as well asking if star signings was going to replace the market. So perfect time to bring that up. No, the market still exists. It's still under clubs, and that's also where badges are going to exist now as well. So you can find badges have been moved from the main screen over to clubs in the same place the market is.
Absolutely. Good shout. That was another thing on my list that I forgot. All right, I saw a few comments here. Let's take a look at League Exchange.
Yes, League Exchange. Who is coming?
We have a new Roy Keane here at
Roy,
117 OVR. This is a good place in time to get this Roy Keane because he follows the OVR jump, but right at the beginning of Tots, the 117s will also still be really powerful based on everyone else's teams. So this guy here at 40,000 league points could be good. Could be good. Could be good. There are other players there that outclass him, but if you have the points there and you don't feel like exchanging them for vouchers, this guy might be cool.
Yeah, he's got the dive-in tackle trait at 117 OVR CDM with decent defending, decent physical ability. Really strong, somewhat budget pick for like a manager mode run with those traits and those stats.
Make sure he's
and if it doesn't fit your team, you can always come here, exchanges, phase 2 tokens, get your phase 2 tokens, because in the 117 range you get 150. Then you come here to the store, resource, star shard, and then you convert your 150 tokens to star shards. I can't do the math while live here, but it's a bunch. So, are you doing the math, Vish?
I think it's
in your math phase.
I think it's 2,250, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be absolutely wrong.
Yeah, it's a bunch. So, even if it doesn't fit, I would still consider picking him up instead of the other options that we have, just for the star shards that we can get. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anything? We can't show extra time because it's not available, but yeah, it will be different. 2,250. So, guys, 40,000 league points or 2,250 shards. I think that's worth. That's like 10% of a 119 OVR here, roughly. That's good. All right, everybody talking about playstyles. Okay, let's talk about playstyles real quick. There's the limited beta going on right now. So thank you to everyone who's jumping in and, providing information, all of the data points for the team to really polish this for when playstyles are going to be available. Playstyles are coming soon, but not exactly at the beginning of Team of the Season, okay? We'll talk more about it later, but that's not because we're not lacking on news for Team of the Season. Playstyles, everybody's testing out. The team is working hard at making sure that this is polished for when it's released globally. It will come down later, but not right now. So more information to come soon, okay? Let's see, what else? Fish, help me check here.
I think you've gotten almost everything.
All right, let me put down the build here real quick, and we can try our faces here. I want to talk with the community, check, first impressions. I've been trying to yap and read chat at the same time, but yeah, I wanted to hear from everyone, from everything that we showed today, from this past week, this gifts, that issue that happened, how are you guys feeling, and initial impressions for Team of the Season, everything that's coming up your way. Really wanted to get a pulse check from everyone. And yeah, we do have the code. If you guys want, we can already, announce it.
And the redeem code is.
And the code is Tots is back.
Tots
You can
is
go
back.
and jump to redeem.fcm.ea.com and redeem code Tots is back
Tots is
for
back.
1 draft voucher and 100 rank up points.
What
And then you
is
can
one
come
draft
back
voucher?
here and we can talk a little bit more. We have a few minutes left to talk about, but between everything that we talked,
I don't need
the
your
pool
talking,
A
guys,
guaranteed
but W
being reduced from 100
W
to
in the
70.
chat.
Team of the season in
W
general
in the
with that new
chat.
mechanic of the
Do you
dribble
guys
formula,
actually enjoy what he is
players
doing?
using the
For me,
tags,
I'm
starting with the
excited,
Premier
like,
League,
he fucking
shards being back, our signings, the exchange ratios,
okay.
new rewards in
So I
division
don't know how to
rivals,
do it. Yeah.
shards back, and the daily
I've been like
tasks.
40 minutes and I didn't know.
I'm still missing things. Oh yeah, new 120
There's a lot.
OVR category. How is everyone feeling? So many things are changing that I'm super curious.
Well, what are you most looking forward to of everything that we